Tudo repete, como se o tempo parou. Tua imagem gira e nunca cessou. Num loop lento, a vida ficou e meu coração nunca voltou. Tudo repete, como se o tempo parou. Tua imagem gira e nunca cessou. Num loop lento, a vida ficou e meu coração nunca voltou. Tudo repete, como se o tempo parou. Tua imagem gira e nunca cessou. Num loop lento, a vida ficou e meu coração nunca voltou.
Hello, hello. So, starting off today with a tiny bit of bad news. I got up to Masterball 2 last night. I had a bit of a win streak. And then feeling cocky, I decided to edit my team. And I made some bad decisions. And I dropped down about 13,000 positions. I think I was at 4,900 and something was the position I was at last night before I started fiddling with my team. So the reason I was changing my team is I have found that I am struggling to deal with Basculegion. And I still am struggling to deal with Basculegion. He kills Archaludon in 2 or 3 hits with Last Respects, and Archaludon, Aura Sphere does nothing, Flash Cannon does half damage, and is like a 6-hit kill or something, and Electroshock just takes too long to charge up. I've been considering replacing Electroshock with Thunderbolt. In fact, I might do that before we actually start playing today. So where I have Greninja right now, I had a Heliolisk with Dry Skin, so he's normal, which makes him immune to the Last Respects, and Dry Skin makes him immune to all Water-type moves, which means that there is literally nothing that Basculegion can do to damage him. However, I found I was struggling to keep him alive to even position myself to have the end game of Heliolisk versus Basculegion. Especially if they led Basculegion not as their last Mon, but as while they still have another partner on the field, it was just hard to ever get him into that 1v1 position. Notably, Basculegion threatens Aerodactyl with Aqua Jet that does, I believe, over half of Aerodactyl's HP, which makes it very hard to bring Mega Aerodactyl if they have Basculegion. And currently, Basculegion is the battle data. Ranked battles for doubles. Basculegion is the most played Pokemon. And so having a Mega that I cannot even bring against teams that that I'm struggling to bring against the single most played Pokemon in the meta is just not feeling very good. So I did some more experiments. I was playing around with maybe bringing like Chestnut or like Mega Chestnut. I was playing around with bringing Mega Dragonite. I was playing around with a few others, and I just struggle with Basculegion. Some of them, because they can run either Choice Scarf, they can run Focus Sash, some run like a tanky Citrus Berry, and I found that I could counter some of them, but not all of them with various different Megas. And then I started playing with Mega Greninja. I'm medium happy with him. Dark Pulse is, depending on if they're Focus Sash or if they're like the tanky one with Citrus Berry, but against the Focus Sash, against the Choice Scarf one, a 1-hit kill, and against the Citrus Berry and the Focus Sash is a 2-hit kill. Notably, if we are in base form Greninja and we use Protect, we can turn into a normal type, which then makes if they are Choice Scarfed into Last Respects, they can't hurt us. Or we could just Mega and then Protect to keep the Protean after we Mega, Currently, before I added Greninja, my plan is to bring both Gyarados and Whimsicott and use a combination of Intimidation and Charm to get it where it's doing basically no damage, and then just whittle it down with resisted moves, and it's just not working very well. So we're going to try Greninja out. Greninja has some flaws. Notably, he has, as you can see there, 170 special attack, which is unbelievably high. But he just struggles to hit anything because his move pool is so shallow. Like, his best water type move is either Water Shuriken, which is a 15 base power move that hits 2 to 5 times. So, in a worst case, is a 30 base power move, which feels really bad. He gets Surf, which is 90 base power, but it's a spread move, which really makes it like a 60-something base power against each Mon. Again, pretty bad. He gets Hydro Pump, which has a 20%, 15% chance, I think, to miss, which feels bad. because he's such a glass cannon. If you miss once, you're dying on this smack pack. And then he has Hydro Cannon, I think, which I've literally never seen anyone use, which is Hyper Beam, but for water types. I was considering playing around with it here. So if we sort by power, yeah, Hydro Cannon, 150 base power, 90 accuracy, which sucks. If it actually hits, you get the recharging status next turn. I was considering playing around with like a hyper offense Mega Greninja, where you throw him out, you get one Dark Pulse off, and then you Hydro Cannon, and you just expect to die before you ever hit that recharge turn. It's medium useful, I think, at best. The other thing this Greninja does is my team struggles into Mega Floette, because Mega Floette hits Archaludon for neutral, hits Garchomp for super effective. I think Dazzling Gleam still 2-hit kills Aerodactyl, and like 2 or 3 hit kills Gyarados. So my whole team is very weak to it. Mega Greninja can come in, can outspeed it, and then hit it back with Sludge Wave, especially if you either protect with your other Mon, because Sludge Wave hits your ally. So you either protect with your other Mon, or you send out Archaludon to take it because he's immune. And I think it 2-hit kills Mega Floette. I haven't run the calcs against like a bulky Mega Floette. So we'll see. We may kick Greninja off the team during the stream. I'm still not in love with him. When I ended last stream, I was saying we might try out the Blizzard Mega Greninja, but it's just such a one-trick pony team that I am not enjoying it. This is the second or third time I've seen Hisuian Samurott show up. I think people are running him as their response to Basculegion. So with them having Whimsicott and Charizard, we have to start Whimsicott plus either Aerodactyl or Garchomp, because we need to get the Rock Slide off. If he starts with Vanillix, the Ice Cream, I think it's best to have Archaludon in the back. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. So I think we do this. Whoops, we do that. That. We bring Archaludon in the back. Actually, do we bring... No, we don't bring Greninja here. Right? Because like Sludge Wave can't even touch one of his Mons and doesn't really do a lot to the others. Yeah, no. Gyarados could be an option to bring into the Gallade and the Hisuian Samurott, but I think it's going to be Garchomp. We do have to be careful about him going for Wide Guard with the Gallade if he gets a Gallade next to Charizard. Yeah, I think this is the team we're going to go with. I was looking into Hisuian Samurott. His Sucker Punch, I think, 2-hit kills most Basculegions while resisting all of their moves. This isn't a Trick Room team, is it? Okay, I mean... So we could Moonblast and then get the Tailwind up next turn. We could also Charm and get the Tailwind up next turn. The other thing, because we're running a slower Whimsicott, we could try to Encore to catch him on the Tailwind. I don't really like doing this play, because if they go for anything other than Tailwind, it kind of screws us. But let's do that, and let's Protect, and not gonna Mega, just so I can do a little bit of mind games. Okay, Gallade gets out. You're trying to bait me into a dual Wing Beat on the Archaludon. That's fair enough. He gets Tailwind up, right? Please? Yep, cool. And then we'll be able to get him locked into Tailwind with that Encore. This also staggers our Tailwind by 1 turn. So in 4 turns from now, after this upcoming turn, we will have 1 turn of Tailwind where they won't. So yeah, we have to hit Tailwind here because their Archaludon might slap back with the Flash Cannon. I think we just swap to our Archaludon? Because we take the Flash Cannon into the Aerodactyl super easily, and we can slap back with the Aura Pulse. His Whimsicott has to swap out or waste its turn. So I'm not worried about catching a Moonbeam. Moon Blast. Yep. Okay, that's fair. Hopefully Archaludon takes the Flash Cannon here, not Whimsicott. Okay. Well, that's a little bit disappointing. So, we both have Tailwind up, right? Yeah. Both of my guys are 4x weak to Ice. So I think we start with Aerodactyl, we protect, and then we swap into the Garchomp. Pretty sure Vanillix outspeeds Mega Aerodactyl. Let me see. I should have had Showdown up already. Team Builder, this one. Add Pokemon, Vanillix. Give it 32 plus and minus 144 speed. Yeah, so we're gonna protect here and we're gonna Flash Cannon. So 144 times 1.5, 144 times 1.5. Yeah, he gets up to 216 speed, which is faster than our Aerodactyl, if he's choice. Oh, okay. He's worried my Aerodactyl outspeeds him? Okay, we survived the Draco. And that pulls the teeth off of his Archaludon pretty hard. His next one that did 143, his next one will do 70 damage. So I think he brought the Whimsicott in one turn too early because he still has one turn of Tailwind left. So we can... I don't want to risk missing, so we're actually going to Ice Fang the Whimsicott. And we're going to protect here. Because his next one, I said, is going to do about 70 damage. It would be a roll whether we live or not. Yeah. He might swap out. He might not, though. I don't want to risk my Archaludon going down on a Might. Yeah, we just protect. Get that turn of leftovers. Okay, yep, glad we protected into the Draco, and now we survive the next one unless it crits. I'm pretty sure default crit chance is less than 10%, so we are good. Hey Pixel, I'm doing pretty chill. It's a nice lazy Saturday. We went to the farmer's market this morning. It's a nice day. So here... we have Tailwind and he doesn't. So dual wing beat 100% kills the Glade. And we can Aura Sphere the Archaludon. The only thing he could possibly swap into would be the Vanillix that also doesn't like taking the Aura Sphere. And I'm pretty sure we guaranteed survive the Draco. Okay. That's fine. We still had to do it. We had to cover for Sacred Sword. If we had ignored him, it could have cost us the game. Orisphil's going to do not a kill, but a fair bit. Yeah, good enough. And then we just lost our Tailwind. This is where it gets rough. So his Vanillix is going to outspeed my Aerodactyl. 100% of the time. His Glade is probably going to also outspeed my Archaludon. I have to play as if Aerodactyl survives the Blizzard. My Aerodactyl is slightly tankier than most people run theirs. And we Aura Sphere again, just in case he swaps back. The first one did 60, so this will cover him swapping back in. I have only seen Mega Glade inside of Trick Room teams. Oh, nice. Mega Glade is an interesting one in that he actually... Oh, that's rough. He loses sharpness when he Mega Evolves and gets inner focus. So if your opponent is running a team with a lot of Intimidates, Mega Glade is better. But if your opponent is not running a team with a lot of Intimidates, base form Glade is better. And once we get Life Orb added into the game in a season or two, I think that thaw was huge. I'll get back to that in just a second. I think regular Glade is going to be just strictly better than Mega Glade 100% of the time once we get Life Orb. If we didn't get that thaw there, which was only a 10% chance, I think we would have lost, because he would have outsped Aerodactyl and Archaludon again next turn, would have killed both of them. We would have brought Garchomp in and he would have killed both of them. You know, he only had a 30% chance to freeze. We only had a 10% chance of unthawing, so I think we still played the best possible turn. We were having to account for the 70% chance that we don't freeze, but he used Flash Cannon. Interesting. I guess I was low enough that Flash Cannon would have got the kill. I think we just have to Ice Fang here. It sucks giving him the defense boost. Actually, do we... I think we actually swap out to Garchomp instead of giving him the free defense boost and Aura Sphere. We know his Archaludon outspeeds us, or at least he's won 3 speed ties in a row. 2 speed ties in a row. Which is a pretty low chance. Yeah, I think we have to do this. The other way is I could swap Archaludon out into Garchomp instead, and then bring him back in next turn to get him an extra tick of leftovers. But Flash Cannon's not that strong. Yes, okay. That did 40 damage. Citrus Berry, okay. Alright, so here we Earthquake, and we Protect. He's definitely a faster Archaludon than me. So we're going to Protect here to get Archaludon one more turn of leftovers. And then next turn we're going to swap him out for Aerodactyl. And then when we swap after Aerodactyl dies, we're going to bring him back in and Protect again. Just trying to get as many turns of leftovers as we can. We need to get him above 40 HP again so he survives another Aura Pulse, or Flash Cannon. Okay, he's now doing half damage. So we just need to have above 20 health. Which I think will be above 20 health this turn. Okay. So we win unless that last Flash Cannon was the lowest possible roll and this next one coming up is the highest possible roll. That is the only way we lose. Even then, Ice Fang might just kill 2x defense Archaludon. Nice. Okay. So I think the way the math works out, just thinking about how he had Citrus Berry, as long as you get 5 turns of leftover healing, I think leftovers work out better because they're 1/16, whereas Citrus Berry is a quarter. Yeah, so 5 would be more than a quarter. It's not a bad idea. Alright, this might be a Greninja game. Ice Beam's looking pretty good into everything. Right, like Greninja, Whimsicott, Gyarados, Garchomp. Because Ice Beam hits the Venusaur, it hits the T-Tar, it hits the Excadrill, and it hits the Corviknight. Dark Pulse hits the Basculegion. The only thing this doesn't threaten is the Sneasler. Whimsicott's Tailwind will make sure we can outspeed even a Sandrush Excadrill. Garchomp to bring in for the Intimidate against this very physically heavy team. And then our Garchomp just to rock some Earthquakes there at the end. He has a very Earthquake weak team. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so Pixel, I actually found Ultra Ball more difficult than I did Master Ball, which sounds crazy when you say it out loud. But I found in Ultra Ball, you have a lot of people doing like best of one cheese, where they're running like Sap Sipper Farigiraf or something weird, just to take advantage of the fact that there's no open team sheets. And so I actually found it really hard to get out of. If I do this, I turn into an ice type and I'm weak. I think we'd protect here. We don't Mega, we protect. I found it really hard to get out of Ultra Ball. And then once I was out of Ultra Ball, I got into like Master Ball 3 pretty fast. Hello, Evro. I am not currently battling viewers. I'm trying to push up to back into Master Ball 2 where I was yesterday before I started fiddling with my team. Could be up for it in the future. I just need to get back into the ladder where I was. I think we have to swap Whimsicott out after this turn because she doesn't really do anything else. Or she dies here. Okay, that's fair enough. But yeah, just kind of finishing my ramblings, Pixel. I found the best way, at least for me, to get through Ultra Ball was to just stop making calls and stop doing like, oh, I think they're going to do this, so I should do that. And just go through as fast as I can with hyper offense, like, you know, either double Rock Slide or Earthquake plus Rock Slide or, you know, double Blizzard teams, and just blitz my way through. Yeah, I think we Ice Beam here, and we Dragon Claw the Venusaur. The Corviknight's Body Press into Greninja is a threat, but that's really the only pressure he has on me right now. I also found when I was in Ultra Ball, maybe it's because I was playing on the first day of the season, but basically every single team that I was, oh that sucks, that I was up against had T-Tar. I don't know why. I don't see him like Mega T-Tar that often here in Master Ball, but in Ultra Ball he was everywhere. Does Greninja get Encore? That might be a good move to put on him to punish people being greedy. Does he have anyone who can swap into an Ice Beam? Not really. Not swap into an Ice Beam and a Dragon Claw. I think it was bad for him to swap that out there. I'm pretty sure he survives the Ice Beam because of Thick Fat on the Mega. But now he definitely died. It was a crit that did 48%, so it should have only done about 30, but yeah, now he's definitely dead before he gets a turn. Mirror Armor bounces back the Intimidate, which sucks, but Gyarados is not really here for his damage. He's here to just para-hacks people. Do I think... I don't have any minus attack, right? Do I think Rock Slide does at least 13% to T-Tar? It's not very... Yeah, I think so. Because we need to start getting damage on the... Okay, that works. Need to start getting damage on the Corviknight. So it is Tailwind, Bulk Up, Iron Head. I'm assuming Body Press, which means it doesn't have Roost. So I don't need to taunt it. Yeah, maybe I should taunt it, because if it just keeps bulking up. Alternatively, I just hit it. So for anyone who doesn't know, the reason I say Gyarados is here for para-hacks. Thunder Wave paralyzes the target, which is now a 1 in 8 chance to lose your turn. Waterfall has a 20% chance to flinch, and Rock Slide has a 30% flinch chance. I haven't done the compound math to figure out what, because you don't just add the percents together. It's weird. There's online calculators for it, but it is a fairly high chance of flinching. I think it's somewhere in like the 70% chance to flinch between all three of these. Okay, maybe it's like 60%. So against these tankier mons like Corviknights and Archaludons, I can usually just whittle them down by just not letting them take a turn. Okay, so here we have to protect and Earthquake. And he's probably Focus Sash, so we are probably losing the Gyarados next turn. I know this isn't Mega Excadrill because he's Mega Venusaur. I still want to try out Mega Excadrill at some point in the future. Mega Drill, or whatever his ability is, making contact moves go through Protect, is interesting. I'm sorry, what did he... The Earthquake missed, which means he's Sand Veil, not Rush. Huh. Okay. But he has Tailwind up, so he still outspeeds me. Cool. I'm pretty sure we lose this one. I think the Mega Venusaur is going to come in and just be too chunky at the end. What? A Max Attack Excadrill should have killed my Gyarados because I didn't get Intimidate off on him. Okay, that's a weird build. Anyway, Mega Excadrill. I'm pretty sure Rock Slide is a contact move. Nice. So we'd be able to like Tailwind plus Rock Slide and then swap out. Maybe like Aerodactyl sets up the Tailwind and you just start double Rock Sliding every turn. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's better than regular. But it's an interesting idea. We saw the Venusaur Protect turn 1 last time he came out. I think we still Thunder Wave him just to start getting Para-Hacks out, and then we just Rock Slide to cover for him protecting again. And yeah, for here, we just slowly whittle him down with as many Para-Hacks as we can. What team are you running, Pixel? Oh, I got flinched. Thank you. I didn't see that. Okay. Paralysis got nerfed. I almost said this generation, but this game. To a 1 in 8. And he's got 3 paralysis, like, skip turns out of 4. This dude is having a very unlucky day. We probably lose Gyarados here. I am worried. This is a +2 attack Corviknight. Iron Head is going to hit Garchomp for more than anything the Venusaur could do. Maybe Sludge Bomb, but we'll see. Okay, I do feel a little bad every time I pull this out, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. If he gets a Sludge Bomb and an Iron Head into the Garchomp, I think he wins. If this is the more stall-heavy, like, Leech Seed version of Mega Veno, we might have a chance to win this. Oh, Brave Bird's his last move. We've seen Tailwind, Bulk Up, Iron Head, Brave Bird, so he does not have Roost. That is very good to know. Alright, I mean, for here, we just keep clicking Rock Slide till the game ends. There's no point of us ever protecting, because he has leftovers and we don't. Yeah, Darth, I always, like I said, I feel kind of bad when I do these kind of strategies, because this is the kind of stuff that tilts me and makes me not play for the rest of the day. This is real fun when I can get Paralysis on both and then set up Aerodactyl next to Garchomp. I think the math works out where if you just use double Rock Slide, just double Rock Slide, not counting the Paralysis, there's a 32.5% chance to flinch both Pokemon, and then you add the 1 in 8 for the Paralysis on top of that, and it's just, it's rough. Again, like, statistically speaking, we should lose this. He should at some point get an Iron Head, or Brave Bird, doesn't matter, plus Sludge Bomb off. Or maybe just 2 Brave Birds. I think he should be hitting Iron Head. He's playing a really dangerous game with the recoil. I don't know exactly how hard our Rock Slide's hitting him for. I think the Venu dies this turn, and the Corviknight I think is taking like 10-ish% per Rock Slide. If I get a flinch here, or a crit here, we actually might win this. He's taking about 8%, okay. Nope, that's it. Yep, like I said. We deserve to lose that one, right? Like, I'm just gonna be honest. For the amount of shenanigans that we pulled to survive that long, we should have lost that game like 4 turns ago. That being said, I loved it. Yeah, I'm just not feeling that good with Mega Greninja. Like you saw there, he swapped in the T-Tar, and even a crit, a super effective on a crit, only did 48%. And Mega Greninja is such a glass cannon. I'm thinking it might be better to run just normal Greninja. With a Focus Sash. So this is dangerous, because it could be Tinkaton plus Gengar Perish Trap. Or it could be Bastion Legion flip turns into Pelipper while he gets off the electro shot from Archaladon. So I think we have to start these two, because we can threaten Earthquake plus Rock Slide. We can bring Archaladon. We could bring Greninja and just not even plan to Mega him, so that he can take on the... Because it's either Greninja or Gyarados to take on the Bastion Legion in the back. It actually might be Gyarados. Getting the Intimidate off, especially if we can get, like, Intimidate off on the Sneasler as well. Darth, if I had won that game, I would have felt bad, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I deserved to lose that one, and I feel bad for that guy. Even though he won, he should probably take a break, because that was just a lot of bad luck. Back to back. Oh, not the lead I was expecting him to start with. I think we just go... we have to be careful about him hitting Weather Ball onto the Aerodactyl. You know what? I think we bring in Archaladon here, and we Rock Slide. This won't kill the Sneasler, but if the Pelipper stays into Weather Ball, it'll either bring it down to Focus Sash or kill it. I thought the Fake Out was going to the other slot, I'm not gonna lie. And Weather Ball? Yep, into the Garchomp. Okay, interesting play. We guaranteed survive a close combat from Sneasler, but I'm worried he might go for the Garchomp instead. I think we bring in the Gyarados here. Pikachu, Gyarados, Whimsicott, King Gambit, Incineroar, Glamora. Pixel, are you running Mega Glamora? Or are you just not running a Mega? I got 2 Master Ball using Mega Glamora in Season 1. And then I actually swapped it out for Mega Delphox. I found there's just too much Garchomp around to reliably use Mega Glamora. Normal Glamora with Focus Sash feels a little bit better right now, but, and I know it's getting a lot of like big tournament success and all that, but I'm not finding that much value in it. What did the Sneasler even do? I wasn't paying attention. I guess he protected. Okay. I think we just Electroshock the Sneasler now. Nothing really comes into a +2 Electroshot except for maybe their Archaladon. We Waterfall the Pelipper. But yeah, Pixel, I would say just try a bit more of a hyper offense team to push through Ultra Ball, because like I said, there's just too many people doing shenanigery in Ultra Ball. There's also not a lot of people running Wide Guard, so just double spread move on 2 fast Mons, like a Choice Scarf, Garchomp, clicking either Earthquake or Rock Slide, plus a an Aerodactyl or a Char Y or something else with a big spread move. Just gets a lot of free wins. If you have Mega Delphox, which I know sucks because you have to have ZA, but if you have Mega Delphox, I have found her Heat Wave, a lot of people underestimate it, and you can just get surprise double kills and instantly win the game on turn 1 because you take out both of their leads. I've also seen people run, okay, hold up, I need to think for a second. He can't Perish Trap here, because I can just stall it out. So I think I can basically ignore the Mega Gengar for a turn. and just do this to dodge the electro shot. Shadow Ball into Arch Aladon, I'm pretty sure we survive. Yeah, okay, cool. I lost my train of thought. If he had started with the Mega Gengar and gone for Perish on turn 1, he might have been able to get something done, but pretty sure we survived this. Yep. Yep, Electro Shot into our Protect. We take that all day. That is the Sturdy variant? No, it's... Okay. Alright, so here... they have Tailwind, don't they? They have one turn of Tailwind left. So we Protect, and we swap in... Right, we can't swap in Garchomp. So my Arch Aladon is 108 speed. I'm pretty slow. So if he has Tailwind, it's at least like 216, which outspeeds my Gyarados. I think we have to go for the double Protect here. There's no way we outspeed him. There's only one turn of Rain left. Yeah, we just Protect here. Okay, that's fair. We definitely die here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, they don't have Tailwind now. Aerodactyl outspeeds Mega Gengar for sure. My Garchomp doesn't. I don't think Dual Wing Beat actually kills him though, which is the concern. So I think here we have to Aura Sphere the Arch Aladon and Dual Wing Beat the Gengar. The way this would go bad is if Gengar protects, his Arch Aladon is faster than mine, I'm pretty sure, and he hits Flash Cannon into my Aerodactyl. And then next turn, he outspeeds my Arch Aladon and my Garchomp. Actually, we don't know if his Arch Aladon's faster than mine, but I have a feeling he is. I could protect Aerodactyl instead. This might backfire on me. I want to see Gengar protect. If Gengar either protects or Shadow Balls into Aerodactyl, I think we win this. Ooh, nope, that's bad. And then he Shadow Balls into my... Oh. Okay. I mean, like, nothing happened this turn, that's fine. I don't remember how much his Shadow Ball did to my Arch Aladon, but I think it was more than 74. Yeah. If his Gengar protects and his Arch Aladon's faster... Okay, nope, we're good. Ooh, maybe? High roll, please? High roll or crit? Nope, okay. Yep. And then Flash Cannon into my Aerodactyl at +2 definitely picks up the kill. Yep, cool. What is Mega Gengar's minimum speed? I mean, we've probably lost this one, but just out of curiosity. Mega Gengar has 150 minimum speed. Yeah, so he doesn't guarantee outspeed my Garchomp. He'd have to have a fair... Oh no, it's 150. Yeah, so he guarantees outspeeds me. He doesn't know that, though. I would need him to do something stupid here, like a Perish Song or a Protect. Even then, he just outspeeds me next turn. I don't think there's anything I can do to win this one. Okay. Okay, he's just getting an extra turn of leftovers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've lost this one. Archaladon is +1 defense. I'm pretty sure Earthquake would kill him if we get it off. I mean, if he, like... He has to massively misplay for us to win this one. Like, again, go for a Perish Song or go for a double Protect. Yeah, no, we lose. I'm considering going back to Choice Scarf Garchomp. I don't like reactionarily changing my team to individual games, right? Because when you're playing on a ladder like this, winning one game doesn't matter, you know, win or lose. What matters is the overall broad strokes of how your team is performing. I am finding that my Garchomp is just getting... I mean, granted, my Garchomp is not max speed. But I am finding my Garchomp's getting outsped a lot, right? Like, I had, before I started streaming, I think I had a... maybe it was the first game I streamed. I don't exactly remember anymore. A Alolan Ninetales outspeed me. Even outspeed my Aerodactyl, so it was Choice Scarf. The Vanillix obviously outsped me, but he always outspeeds. He has Rhyperior. That is an interesting take. Okay, so this could be Tailwind plus Mega Blastoise Water Spout to start with. So I need someone who can hit Mega Blastoise hard. It might be Greninja's Dark Pulse might be the best thing I have for that. It's either that or it's Dual Wing Beat. Right, so it's got to be this. So I can match his Tailwind with my Tailwind, and then Dual Wing Beat before he gets it off. Definitely need Garchomp. I can't bring Gyarados because of the King Gambit. It was either Archaladon or non-Mega Greninja. I'm just... Yeah, okay, so I think after this game, there's a couple changes I've been thinking about that I want to make. One, we're swapping Electroshock off for Thunderbolt, because the Rain is just... I have no way of setting my own Rain. The Electroshock is just there to punish the opponent setting Rain. And Rain is not as popular as it was when I first thought up this team. We could protect and Tailwind here. However, if he goes for Dual Wing Beat, that's bad. And if he goes for Shell Smash, that's bad. So I think we have to just all gas, no brakes here. And Dual Wing Beat and Tailwind. Anyway, so we're swapping Electroshock off for T-Bolt. Cybertron, Aaron Cybertron, posted a video recently of the max speed Choice Scarf Sturdy Archaladon, and the T-Bolt there did a lot of work, so I've been thinking about it. We're also getting rid of Greninja. Oh, that was a good play. I am just not liking Greninja on this team. It's kind of sad that Greninja is basically just a Blizzard bot. It's like the only way to use him. His move pool is just so shallow. Honestly, that's more than I expected. Alright, so we swap in Archaladon to take the Rock Slide, and we... Talonflame probably outspeeds me. Do we... Protect? And swap in the Archaladon? Because here he takes the Rock Slide and the Dual Wing Beat. Resist all 3 hits and gets +3 defense? Yep. And then here's the Rock Slide, right? Yep, cool. So we know he has Mega... We don't know for a fact it's Mega, but looking at his team, he probably has Mega Blastoise in the back. And we have to be worried about Mega Blastoise coming in at the end and sweeping with either Sinistcha doing Rage Powder while he sets up Shell Smash, and then clicks Water Spout. So we have to keep Whimsicott alive because we can Encore the Shell Smash and just shut him down. So I think here we Ice Fang the Rhyperior, and we Flash Cannon the Rhyperior. Yep, that's fine. Next one will do like 20 damage, right? Because it won't crit. Yeah, 10 damage. Cool. 5% chance to miss. You know, Pixel, we have a smart TV, and it has YouTube on it. Probably shouldn't say this as someone who's streaming, because, you know, eventually I'd like to make money from ads. But personally, I hate watching ads. I run ad blockers on everything I can. In fact, I run multiple ad blockers on everything I can. And it kills me that we can't put an ad blocker on the smart TV, like with the built-in YouTube app. So what we've been doing, and it's a little bit jank, but it works okay enough, is we actually... Ooh, he might have Aura Sphere. Hold up. I have to swap in Garchomp and Protect here. Sorry. So what we've been doing is we have an old laptop from... I mean, I bought it from a friend in 2020, and it was old back then. So it's probably like a 2015 laptop. That we just have plugged into the TV with an Ethernet or the HDMI cable, and we have a wireless keyboard and mouse combo for like 15 bucks from Amazon that we plug into the TV, and that way we can use the actual, like, you know, youtube.com on the thing instead of using the built-in app, and run an ad blocker. Again, probably poor taste to talk about ad blocker as someone who is streaming and will hopefully eventually make money from ads, but personally, with the state of the internet right now, I think everyone should be running ad blockers. In fact, I'm pretty sure, wearing my like cybersecurity hat for a moment, I'm pretty sure the CIA and the FBI put out a joint statement last year, ending of the year before, where they said they encourage every American citizen to run ad blockers, because just the amount of malware coming through ads is crazy. Not that you'll get malware from a YouTube ad, right? That's not what I'm saying, but just in general. And then Talonflame dies here, yes. And then we Encore the Blastoise into Protect. And I think that wraps the game up pretty well. We can basically just leave the Blastoids there in the corner, protecting forever, while we Earthquake the... That Rhyperior Might be Choice Scarf. I don't know how fast Rhyperior is, but he outsped my my Archaladon. In fact, I thought Rhyperior was slow. Rhyperior, even with 32 and plus speed, is 101 speed. I need to see what my Archaladon is. I think my Archaladon's 103, so that's guaranteed to be Choice Scarf Rhyperior. That is a tanky Pelipper. They have Tailwind and I don't. So I think we Archaladon. He's running Rhyperior specifically because it has Lightning Rod. So he's going to expect me to click this Electro Shot. So I'm just going to go ahead and Flash Cannon the Blastoise. And he's going to swap into Rhyperior. I mean, if he doesn't, Pelipper dies to Rock Slide anyway. And Blastoise is... Wow! He's just going to stay in? That's a choice you can make, because now the Pelipper dies here. And he's now stuck with 2 more turns of Encore on the Blastoise. He really should have swapped out. It would have sacrificed the Rhyperior, but it would have got rid of the Encore. Oh, the Rhyperior is dead. That's why he didn't swap out. I'm dumb. Never mind. I forgot we killed it. So here, Protect fails. This is, I think, the last turn of... Okay, he got the double Protect. It happens. So, I have a coworker, Pixel, who has YouTube Premium. He finds it worth it because he says he uses the YouTube Music app a lot. Do you find YouTube Premium worth it? Because that is... Oh, there's 2 more turns of rain. Yeah, we got this. And his Encore's over. But no Tailwind? Yeah, cool. Do you find YouTube Premium worth the $5 a month or whatever it is? Yeah, there it is. As for the Wi-Fi lagging, we had a really bad issue with that about a year or 2 ago. My wife and I live in a 2-story house, and the router is upstairs because that's where like the cable for the Ethernet like comes in. And this is a slightly older house, so the walls and the floors are pretty thick. And downstairs was just... Wi-Fi struggled downstairs pretty hard. So we ended up getting a Wi-Fi repeater. It was pretty nice. We eventually just got a stronger router that pushes through the walls better, and it's working okay. But we still use the Wi-Fi repeater, or extender, whatever the correct term is. Okay, so he could be starting with the Whimsicott Glamora combo, or it could be Whimsicott Charizard. So we have to start Whimsicott Garchomp, because he can answer both of them. This is actually going to be a Greninja game, I think, because Ice Beam and Dark Pulse does a fair bit of work to his team. And then Archaludon in the back. Yeah. So, Darth, I used to use YouTube as like my primary source of entertainment for a while, for many years. Recently, I've been getting back into audiobooks, so I actually don't watch as much YouTube as I used to. So here... We can't risk doing the funny Encore turn 1 play, because if he Sludge Bombs Whims, it's just over. And we just Earthquake here. Yeah. I mean, the other option is we could swap in... No, because I don't want to hit my Archaludon on my own Earthquake. Yeah, it's got to be Tailwind. Tailwind and Earthquake. I've been getting back into audiobooks recently, so I actually haven't watched YouTube that much recently myself. Being into Champions, I watch Cybertron's Meta Minutes, which if y'all don't watch, Cybertron, Aaron, Cybertron, Vang, VGC, whatever he calls himself. I think it's just Cybertron VGC on YouTube. Once a week he posts a video of just how the meta has been developing in Champions, and I find it really useful because, you know, I work 40 hours a week and I can't really keep up with the game every day. So we have two options here. We can Encore the Gamora into Spiky Shield, which would be interesting. We can Encore the Whims into Moonblast, but we won't be able to kill it before they get off Tailwind, and if they Tailwind, it's pretty bad. Like if they Tailwind because they're faster than us, we would just Encore them into that. I think it's better just to Earthquake here. Okay, maybe I should have hit Rock Slide predicting that, but oh well. And then we die to the Moonblast here. Okay, that's a pretty good play by him. His Whimsicott is tankier than mine, and I'm running a pretty tanky Whimsicott. That is interesting. So I think the best thing we can do here is do this. We have 2 turns of Tailwind. We swap in Archaludon, we Mega, and we Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave kills the Whims. I think it only does about 40% of the Charizard. Like, that's what I'm talking about with Mega Greninja. I'm just struggling to find, outside of like someone else sets up Snow and he spams Blizzard, I'm struggling to find a way to make him do enough damage to warrant the fact that Whimsicott can one-shot him half the time. I was considering running Surf on Greninja, and then running like a Prankstermon with Rain Dance, because the 50% power boost makes it, yeah, we only did 40% to Charizard. It's 90 base power, and then you multiply it by 1.5, and then you multiply it by 0.75 because it's spread. It becomes a 101 base power move on both enemy targets, which is okay. It's actually weaker than Blizzard, except for its water type, you know? So here we Flash Cannon and we Protect. Or we Dark Pulse. I think we protect. Who do I have in the back? I have Whims, right? Yeah. Yeah, we protect, because this is going to be Heat Wave here. Yeah, we just protect. Okay. Does about half to Archaludon, I assume. A bit more than half, okay. Okay, so we outspeed the Glamora, and even though it 4x resists the Sludge Wave, it'll do at least 1% to it. Ooh, do we outspeed him? He has Tailwind and we don't. And in the back, he still has either Garchomp, King Gambit, or I think we've lost this one too. Yeah, I'm taking Mega Greninja off after this. I am struggling to find him to be useful enough to carry his weight on the team. Archaludon needs to get another turn of recovery in, so we have to do that. Okay. And then Heat Wave kills Whims, right? Unless he does something silly or Whims gets the 5% chance to dodge. No. So we're back to a Water Dark type now. So if he Heat Waves this turn, I don't know if it kills Greninja. Greninja is the fastest thing on the field. I think we Flash Cannon the Glamora, and we Dark Pulse the Charizard. I don't know if Dark Pulse does 60% though. If I had Dark Pulsed that spot, no, we would still lose to the Heat Wave anyway, yeah. Yeah, and here Aqua Jet kills me. Cool. Yep, we're getting Greninja off the team. I just want to see if Dark Pulse does at least 60%. Yeah, okay, yep. Okay. Yeah. But see, even like Darth, hypothetically having Greninja as a counter to other snow teams, hitting someone else's snow team with a Blizzard doesn't really do a lot. Because I don't think Blizzard kills any of the other Blizzard Mons. I've been considering Mega Venusaur, because we struggle against Basculegion. That's our big thing, because Basculegion just bullies Aerodactyl. I was also experimenting with Mega Sharpedo. It's okay. Because, again, Water Dark resists everything that Basculegion can do. I like Mega Delphox, but I can't put it back on the team while I have Aerodactyl as the other Mega. Because again, we just struggle too much against the Basculegion. But we could do like this. And then we could put probably, like I said, a Venusaur. Dragonite is an interesting one. Does Mega Dragonite kill... Alright, where's my calc? Doubles level 50. Dragonite. You know what? Here. I'm gonna set this up on the fly, which I probably shouldn't do, but I want a new scene. We're gonna name it Damage. Sorry, the screen might have just gone black there. Back to the Elgato screen. So a mon that will help us beat Rock Slide could be Mega Blastoise. Is not a bad idea. Our team doesn't have the most support for Mega Blastoise, right? Like you'd put up Tailwind and just hope that you pop off. Could be Mega Floette. What else does really well into Rock Slide? Mega Feraligatr does. Let's go back to the damage. the Elgato scene. Wolfie did a video with this that I find really interesting, which is Scrappy non-Mega Kangaskhan with only Fake Out and Last Resort. And I find it hilarious. I don't know if it's good, but it's hilarious. Avies, sorry if I said that wrong. How many Mons do I have? You can see the top right here. I have 80 in my box here, though I have most of these are brought in from Pokemon Home. I actually have 30 brought in from Pokemon Home, which is maxing out my free home account. And across Shining Pearl and Sword, I think I have, and Violet and ZA, I have basically every Pokemon that you can play in Champions. Outside of a few like weird niche ones. I don't think I have a Watchog, right? But like, yeah. Anyway, Darth is saying Mega Blastoid with Kangaskhan, which is interesting because you would get. I'm assuming you do Shell Smash plus Fake Out, and then next turn is whatever the move, Water Eruption. I'm blanking on the name right now. It's not a bad idea. I don't have a good Fake Out user, but if I'm bringing Blastoise, I could take Gyarados off the team because I just need a way to answer, or if I have something else to answer Basculegion, I don't need Gyarados on the team as badly. I mean, there's also just King Gambit, but that's like a boring answer, right? But it might just be King Gambit. Avaze, I've spent a lot of time. I don't exactly know how much. My wife and I have a newborn baby. Not newborn, but young. And there's a lot of time that she just wants to be held and won't let you do anything that's super intensive with your hands. And so this is a good game that I can just like pop the two like actual Switch Joy-Cons off and hold them in one hand, like hold both Switch Joy-Cons in one hand and just play with one thumb, and then hold her and like burp her and rock her and all that stuff with the other. And the fact that I could get into like a 5-minute game here and there is nice. Very grateful. My wife is watching the baby right now. She's still in the toddler phase, or the infant phase. Yeah, so Darth, the 50 box limit is a little bit stressful. But honestly, I think the best way to play this game is to just not engage with the gacha style recruitment at all, and to just bring in like 30 Mons at a time from Pokemon Home. And then whenever you need other Mons, just return them to home and bring them back in, which I know is frustrating because it's juggling things back and forth between like save files and stuff, but I might just put King Gambit on. Let's see, how are people running King Gambit nowadays? I think people are running him, obviously, oh my god, obviously Defiant. I think people are running him max speed with Focus Sash. So I've been experimenting with Sarina a little bit, Darth, because you can run, I think if you're max speed, you guarantee outspeed any Garchomp that's not Focus, or not Choice Scarf, and Triple Axle kills it. And she gets, I want to say Seed Bomb that hits stuff pretty hard. So anyway, Kowtow, 85s, yeah. Let's see, I'm pretty sure people are running Kowtow and Sucker Punch, which I already have. You run Iron Head. And then this is like the free space. You could run Protect in it. Can we sort by power? Stone Edge is an interesting one. I might run Throat Chop over Kowtow. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and swap that out. It's 5 less power, which I don't think really matters. But there is so much hyper voice spam in the meta right now, and then I think this is probably going to be low kick, yeah, because low kick it kills other King Gambit. I'm pretty sure, right? So if we go back to the damage calc. Drop kick's a good one. So drop kick does -1 attack, I think, right? That's actually a really interesting tech I hadn't thought about. I don't like that this doesn't have protect, but I might have to just live with it. And we just got to figure out where we're going to put these EVs. My gut instinct is max attack, 2 HP, and put Focus Sash on him, because I don't have a good Focus Sash user on my team. But I don't like not having Protect and running Focus Sash, because if you just get hit by like a stray Rock Slide or you swap in, you know, it can get rough. How much? We never outspeed Basket Legion, right? Yeah, I don't think we ever outspeed. Max HT, max attack, +2 for speed. Oh, on Sarina? Interesting. I was playing around with max speed. Max HP's... I need to play around with that some more. I'm just going to run King Gambit like this. We have VP to burn. If I don't like him, we'll just swap him off to something else. Focus Sash. There we go. Which means we can clear the Gyarados slot. Empty this slot to make room for a new Mega. We are struggling with Rock Slide, so it's probably going to be Blastoise. Could be Mega Gyarados, actually. I haven't done much with Mega Gyarados, but I think this is the one I was going to run as Mega, because I don't want to retrain my other one. Right, so you do category. Oh, this one, status. Right, you run Protect, Waterfall. You run a Dark. It's probably gonna be Bite, but let me just make sure they didn't give him something better. In the meanwhile, can we sort by power? Okay. Crunch is what I meant, yeah. Crunch. Oh my god. Crunch. And then it's probably Earthquake here, but he gets Scale Shot now? Did he get Scale Shot in Scarlet and Violet, or is this new with champions? Okay. We're going back to the damage calc. Okay. We'll play around with that idea a bit. Oops. We'll play around with that idea a bit more. Surprise fire move could be interesting. And Temper Flare doubles if you get faked out. Oh, Ice Fang might actually kill Garchomp. Ice Fang. Not a guaranteed kill, but it's an 87% chance to OHKO. And that's with us being 252 and adamant. Not naive. Plus attack minus special attack. Adamant. There we go. I think I want that. Yeah, okay. I'm cool with this. Commence. Just setting expectations. We might lose the next, like, 9 games in a row. I have found that every time I play with my team and I, like, move things around, it just takes me a little bit to get used to the flow of the team again. Gyarados height. So, keeping that team in mind, if we, whoops, wrong button. Oh, come on. Battle. Right, like looking at how this team answers the meta. Mega Delphox loses to Basculegion, Garchomp, and King Gambit 100% of the time, which feels really bad. Because both of its moves are super effective against her. Rock Slide kills her, and she has no way of really clapping back. And Sucker Punch kills her. She goes about on par with Charizard. Psychic kills Sneasler. Heat Wave kills Whimsicott. I think Heat Wave does like half to Farigiraf. Man, the meta is just not in a good place for her, but I want to try it out anyway. Let me make sure I actually have her trained correctly. Plus special attack, plus speed, or plus speed, max 2 HP. Yep. And then Gyarados is max 2 in defense is good enough. The other option we could play around with is Mega Skarmory instead. But again, struggles to deal with Garchomp. Alright, let's try it. Yeah, Darth, I like getting ideas from meta teams. I don't like copying and pasting all 6 mons and the exact spreads and the exact stats. Kangaskhan does take on the top 3. You know what? I'm going to put Mega Kangaskhan on instead of Mega Gyarados after this game. So here we start Delphox and Garchomp. I think we bring our Chaladon in the back, and we bring King Gambit or Whimsicott. I think we bring Whimsicott. Specifically so that Whimsicott can hit Charm, which is -2 attack, on either the Sneasler or the Basculegion or the Aerodactyl. Kangaskhan does take on the top 3 of the meta right now really well, doesn't he? So here we protect, and we Rock Slide to get rid of the Aerodactyl. Unless the Aerodactyl has Ice Fang, which a lot of them have been running recently. But if he Ice Fangs, he's not covering the Delphox. He's probably planning on hitting Draco Meteor into Garchomp. And Rock Slide for Delphox, yeah. Darth, have you thought about Lopunny much? Because she gets scrappy after she Megas. She's a lot more frail, though. I haven't played with Lopunny much at all. I know she got close combat. That is Scarf Archaludon. Okay, I need to pay a lot more respect to that than I did. Okay. Well, this is just bad all around. I think we go to Archaludon, and we go to Whimsicott. Archaludon takes the Rock Slide like it's nothing, and Whims is actually just straight up immune to the Draco. Also, Darth, hold up. You run Scrappy, not Inner Focus? You're not trying to avoid... Did not see that one coming. Not trying to avoid, like, Intimidate? Interesting. Oh no, Scrappy avoids Intimidate as well. Never mind. Disregard. So here, I'm pretty sure the correct play is Protect and Charm. Because he has to either swap out or Draco the Archaludon. And so he's going to Dual Wing beat the Whims. And I think we survive after a Charm. If we don't survive this, then I misplayed. Oh. Even better. Because now we Aura Pulse. And we Encore. He's probably going to swap out, right? Like, there's no way he just took a Charm and is going to stay in to let me Encore him. But Moonblast doesn't really hit what he has in the back. I mean, damage is damage, I guess. We survived this, right? He's -2. Yeah, there it is. Maybe I should just Moonblasted the Archaludon, but the Archaludon's at -4 special attack now. So he's not a threat. And he's gonna swap out here. Because like my hand's pretty face up. I have to protect. And then here, I think I Charm the Sneasler. Because I think he's going for Dire Claw, not for Fake Out. And again, I'm pretty sure if we Charm him, we survive. Nice, Pixel! So, Pixel, you mentioned you're using... Sorry, I know it's probably hard to chat because you're on the TV. You mentioned you're using Pikachu. I'm assuming it's like Lightning Rod, Fake Out... Ooh, that White Orb's gonna hurt. Whims is dying here. Yep. Yeah, I mean, again, I think the play's pretty much like face up. We go to Delphox and we Earthquake. This is the reason we protected while we Mega Evolved earlier. Because once you Mega Evolve Delphox, she gets Levitate, and it makes it a lot easier to swap her in next to your own Garchomp. Again, another reason here we should be running Scarf Chomp. Because Scarf Earthquake plus Delphox with Levitate is very strong. I was talking earlier about sometimes if the opponent doesn't have Wide Guard, one of the best plays you can make is just Hyper Offense, 2 fast Mons, spamming spread moves. And this would be a good example of just Heat Wave plus Earthquake. In fact, we're changing Garchomp after this to be Scarf. Okay, so here Aerodactyl comes back in, and I don't think we've seen the 4th. Aerodactyl does outspeed my Delphox, unless they're really slow. Like, I know personally I run my Aerodactyl, so he hits 206 speed. Basculegion. Ah, I hate Basculegion so much. Who do we have in the back? We have a very low HP. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've lost this one. Yeah, we have to protect here. And then we Rock Slide. Actually, no. Because he's going to try to get Tailwind up. I think we have to make a hard read here. We have to go for Psychic and Rock Slide like this. Maybe I should have Psychicked the Aerodactyl, but I was worried that he wouldn't protect. Come on, kill the Aerodactyl, please. Nope, not even half. Okay, so here, I mean, it's protect and then we die, right? Like, that's just how this goes. God, I am struggling so hard against Basculegion. Not just this game, like, just in general with the meta right now. Like, I've fallen, I don't know, probably 16,000 ranks on the ladder or something like that. Just because my team has no answers to Basculegion. I mean, here he just outspeeds both and wins. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. Yeah, like last night when I was playing, I was number 4,000 on the ladder. Tonight I'm 20, or today I'm 21,000. Like, I have got to have better answers to Basculegion. Empty that slot. Give me Helios. Register Pokemon. Train Pokemon. This just needs to be T-Bolt. This needs to be... Hyper Voice is interesting. But I think we're just going to go for... Where's Protect? I did see someone using a set the other day. They had Choice Scarf on him, and they had Volt Switch, and they had Shed Tail. Does he outspeed Garchomp? Garchomp. I think most people are running Adamant Garchomp right now. He outspeeds Adamant Garchomp. He does not outspeed like whatever this would be, Jolly Garchomp. And even if he does outspeed Heliolisk versus Garchomp, and you give him Dragon Pulse, only hits him for like 252, and Modest hits him for like 71%. Man, I wish we had Life Orb. Literally dying to have Life Orb back. Yeah, this isn't bad. He doesn't get an ice move, does he? There'd be no reason. There'd be no way they give him an ice move. Breaking Swipe is interesting. To get the -1 speed on people. He gets Scale Shot. His physical attack is so bad though. He does outspeed Mega Char Y still, right? Charizard, blank set, level 50 with 32. Even with a plus speed nature, he outspeeds. Why is he only showing? Oh, I gotta put 252 there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, way outspeeds. So this is probably Sylveon in the lead. I'm liking Delphox King Gambit here, because I don't think he has anything that answers that really well. The other option is Heliolisk comes with a Volt Switch first, and then we have King Gambit in the back. And then Garchomp last. Or Archaladon. I think it's Garchomp in the back. The reason I'm thinking Heliolisk in the front instead of King Gambit is because Volt Switch can hit the Dragonite and the Politoed better. Nice, Pixel! Hope you get it. Yeah, so I mean, here we Heat Wave 100% of the time, and we probably just Volt Switch out. Tell y'all what, I am not looking forward to when we get the Mega Z's. I hope we don't get them next season. Specifically Mega Lucario Z. To anyone who hasn't seen this absolute monster's stats, Lucario. Mega Lucario Z has 164 base special attack and 151 base speed. Unless he has an ability that actively gimps everything he tries to do, like gives his moves -1 priority or something like that, or a Pulse or a Sphere, whatever it's called, Flash Cannon, Vacuum Wave. Maybe you don't even need Vacuum Wave when you're that fast. Dark Pulse, I guess, is going to just destroy the meta. Okay, I mean, we know we can't protect next turn. Also, after this game, I'm going to take a bathroom break, y'all. Pixel, as soon as you win that game, let us know how it goes. Or if you don't win, let us know so we can commiserate. I am sending you good vibes, though. This may not have been the smartest. I maybe should have Volt Switch the Sableye to guarantee we don't die to another foul play. But I really want to kill this Lucario. Please don't be a ground type. Okay, I mean, we lose the the Delphox here, which sucks a little bit. You're making pretty fast work of that, Pixel. When we started the stream, you were in Ultra Ball 2. So you've already got up to Ultra Ball 1 and got through all of Ultra Ball 1. That's huge. I think we're going to go with Garchomp here. Hey Sarah, I'm doing pretty well. Kicking myself a little bit because last night I got up to like 4,900 on the ladder, and then I played with my team a bit, and now I'm back down to 21,000 because I don't know how to leave well enough alone apparently. I think we Volt Switch here and Rock Slide. I mean, the other option is Protect and Earthquake, but I think... Oh, no, we don't want to Volt Switch, because that'll break Kingambit's Focus Sash. So yeah, it is Protect and Earthquake here. It's going pretty well. I was playing with my OBS yesterday when I was getting ready for this. And I have the Stream Elements plug into OBS where I'm supposed to be able to see both Twitch and YouTube chat in one go. And I have somehow lost that window. So tonight after my stream, I'm going to have to figure out where that window is. Oh, Pixel, no! You're still just 2 wins away though, right? 2 wins away from getting back into Masterball? We outspeed Lucario, I'm pretty sure. Lucario, Mega, give him 32 in speed. No, he outspeeds us. Okay. In that case, I think it's T-Bolt and Earthquake. But I think we do it the other way around. Yeah. It's T-Bolt the Sylveon and Earthquake, and just accept that we're going to lose Heliolisk here. Yeah, so now it's going to guarantee take 2 hits to kill Kingambit, because he's coming in with the Focus Sash. We have Low Kick. And I guess just like Dragon Claw is the best thing we can do. Right, because it's going to guarantee him take 3 turns to get through my team. Assuming he hits me. Yeah, we have this win easy. Also, he's running Physical Lucario. Plus Thunder and Helping Hand. Going to swap help. Oh, yeah. I got you for the Pikachu. What all does Pikachu get? Give me a moment. I might be able to throw some ideas at you. Team Builder. Oh, come on. Team Builder. Pikachu. I mean, depending on how supporty you want your Pikachu to be, you could run either like Reflect or Light Screen. You could run Encore. So if people like protect your Fake Out, you can then punish them. You can also run Rain Dance on him, which is interesting. I don't know if he outspeeds Char Y though. Let me see. I mean, he's pretty fast, but if you have him as 32 in speed and then plus speed nature, 156 versus Charizard Y, 32 plus. He doesn't outspeed a plus speed nature Charizard, but he does outspeed a modest Charizard, which is interesting. You could, like, you know, when you predict them to Mega, hit Rain Dance, and then the next turn hit them with Thunder. That's interesting. So Sarah, I only started streaming last week, and I have done exactly 2 streams, last Saturday and this Saturday. Give me 1 second and I'll finish answering that question. He is probably starting Whimsicott and Charizard, or if he wants to go for a Trick Room mode, Farig and Steel Dragon, whatever his name is. So I think these are the 4 I bring. Nope, because I need King Gambit or Heliolisk to deal with his stuff. So I think... do we do it? Do we do this? This feels wrong. I'm gonna try it. Anyway, Sarah. Other games I've been considering streaming. I really like Slay the Spire 2, and, you know, being a dad, I don't have much dedicated gaming time, so stream time basically is my gaming time. So I might stream some Slay the Spire 2, just because it's a good excuse to play Slay the Spire 2. So here we Rock Slide and T-Bolt? Right, because, like, if he swaps out... I think we actually T-Bolt the Farigiraf, because Rock Slide kills the Charizard if it stays in. Palia. I have not heard of that. Looks interesting. I'll have to look into it some more. Is this a Charizard X team? Oh, I was assuming it's Char Y, but yeah, no, this is a slow Char X. In that case, I think we guaranteed survive one. Oh, but if he Helping Hands, I think this is the play. It is Char Y? Why are you running Char Y on a Trick Room team? What is happening? But no, Sarah, I have not heard of that game. You know what I say? People do weird best of one things to take advantage of the fact that we don't have open team sheet. This is what I'm talking about. I rely on Tailwind for my speed. None of mine are speed boosted though, just in case of Trick Room. Yeah, okay. Okay. Do we think Sucker Punch does 46%? Maybe I should be running Black Glasses on him, but I would like having the Focus Sash. King Gambit. Blank Set, level 50. Sucker Punch versus Charizard Y with 252. Yeah, even if he's a bulky, we do at least 49%. Okay. So here it's Rock Slide. I can't Sucker Punch. It's a Farigiraf on the team. But I'm slower? There's no way his... Even a min speed guard... even a min speed Charwai has to be faster than my... Yeah, there we go. King Gabbit. Sarah, when you say 3D simulation game, is it like a 3D Stardew Valley kind of game? Like, when you say simulation game, what exactly... how much longer do they have? They have 2 turns of Trick Room left. He's gonna foul play my Garchomp again. I think we just protect and throw chop. Honestly, Pixel, yeah. If you hit Masterball, I'll stop laddering into a match or 2 against you. That sounds awesome. He has 1 turn of Trick Room left, so I swap to Delphox, and I don't have Protect. We saw that he's slower than I am. Okay, we try for the double Protect. And we swap in Delphox. That sounds interesting, Sarah. I know my wife really likes Stardew. I did 1 single-player playthrough of Stardew Valley. And then my wife and I did a... So, I'm sorry, was that double Sucker Punch? No, okay. My Protect failed is what that was. My wife and I did a co-op Stardew Valley. And I don't think we ever finished the year, but it was still really fun. That was Shelter, right? That was plus physical defense? Yeah. Too busy talking, not paying enough attention to the games. I have been streaming for exactly 2 weeks with exactly 2 streams. I'm streaming both the Twitch and YouTube right now. My YouTube channel is ancient. I posted videos 1,000 years ago when I was in middle school. That sucks. 1,000 years ago when I was in middle school, I posted some YouTube videos. They are almost all unlisted, I think is the word. The only video I still have from my ancient days of YouTube is... Oh god, this is gonna make me sound old. When I was in... I'm pretty sure it was middle school. We've lost this game, by the way. Sucker Punch just kills me. When I was in middle school, Guild Wars 2 came out, and I got access to its closed beta. And its closed beta ended with them, like, destroying the world. And I recorded myself playing that, and it is very cringe because I was a 12-year-old playing a game and squeaking into the microphone. I'm pretty sure it's in, like, literally, like, 7 FPS, right? Like, it's a bad video. However, I, as an adult, many years later, am a huge proponent of video archival and being able to find one-time events archived on the internet is very important to me. And so I leave that video up just so that other people can you know, go and see if anyone was ever like, what is that weird thing Guild Wars 2 did? I want there to be some videos of it, even if it's my embarrassing squeaker 12-year-old self shouting into a mic. God, how many years ago was that? That was literally a billion years ago, I'm pretty sure. Hey, nice, Pixel. One more win and you got this. Let's see, videos. That was posted 13 years ago. Is when I posted that video. Granted, I think it got all of its views in like the first week, and it has literally never been watched by anyone ever again. And honestly, probably should never be watched by anyone ever again. But like I said, on the very low chance that someone is trying to do, like, when I say research, I don't mean like a PhD paper, right? I mean like a video essayist, basically, trying to see what did Guild Wars do when they closed their closed beta, because it's, you know, it's a moment in time you can never go back to. I want there to be some footage of it, and there's probably better footage of it, right? I'm not gonna lie, but I prefer to have multiple sources available to people. So here we go into Arch Aladon, and we Volt Switch. I don't know if we outspeed Sneasler. Well, we're gonna find out. I'm not doing the calc. You got this, Pixel. Yep, wave crash into the Arch Aladon, and we get the plus defense. And then hopefully it's close combat into the Arch Aladon as well, not close combat into the... I think we die to that. Yep. We're bringing the Delphox here. Dang it, I didn't swap out the T-Bolt yet. You know, something I did not appreciate until I started doing this last week. It is very hard to stream and play at the same time. And like, I've heard streamers say that before. And I remember thinking, like, you're just talking while you're playing the game. But it takes so much... I'm not going to say it takes so much mental bandwidth, but it takes an amount of mental bandwidth just to be able to... Oh, it's Focus Sash. I'm dead. I've already lost this one. It's not White Herb or Focus Sash? Anyway, it takes just enough mental bandwidth to not just sit here quietly mumbling numbers to myself, right? To provide something actually somewhat entertaining. I've only killed, yeah, no, I've already last one too. That I find it's a lot easier to just sit here quietly mumbling to myself and win games, or I can be entertaining and like lose 6 games in a row. And it's just a skill that I need to get, right? Like, once you've done this enough, I'm sure it becomes second nature, and then I can start actually thinking while I'm rambling. Not view, I want to train this Pokemon. The Thunderbolt. Actually, how much does that even do to Basculegion? Let's go back. There we go. Sorry, I'm dumb. I don't know how long it was stuck on the damage calcs for. Sorry about that. Anyway, there might be a minute of darkness. Apologize. I'm still learning how all this works. You know, like from the audience, when you see someone pick the moves, it like takes away a bit of the surprise. It would be nice if Spectate solves those problems. So we should be just about caught up with the stream delay. So Pixel, don't know if I'm repeating things that you've already done, if which case I apologize. But on the off chance that you didn't hear it, the room ID is 47, 48, 45, 54. I should probably have something on the background of the damage calc scene that's just like flashing white text that says like, hey dummy, swap back to the game. So what happened there is I minimized the window that I had the damage calc on, and that is the only thing on that scene. See ya, Darth. Thanks for hanging out. We will be back next Saturday if you want to come and watch again. I will be here rambling about nonsense for 4 or so hours again. Alright, so I said I was going to use the bathroom after the last game, and I still really have to go. So I'm just going to leave you guys here with the calming Pokemon music for a moment. I know it's not the most riveting thing to watch. In the meanwhile, Pixel, go ahead and join the double battle set if you get a chance to, and we can do some games. And I'll go back to losing on ladder after that. Because apparently my goal today is not to hit Master Ball 2, it's to sink down to Master Ball 4. Alright, I am back. I'm gonna go ahead and play one more on the ladder, Pixel. If you end up wanting to do a 1v1 and kind of talk about your team, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and just get a few more battles in. Before I do that, though, edit team. I need to stop changing my team and just stick with it. But whatever. We're not here to make good choices. We're here to make choices that are questionable at best. And then instead of protect, we run sort by power and filtered by physical. Poison jab, probably. And then give an item to hold. Choice scarf. Also, just kind of rambling out loud to you guys. I have my stream delay set to 60 seconds right now in case someone tries to stream snipe. However, I found out just before going live today how to make my username hidden in-game. I think I'm going to drop my stream delay down to like 5 seconds or so before next stream, so that I have a bit more immediate conversation with Twitch chat. This is a hard Trick Room team, and I no longer have a taunt. Alright, so it's got to be King Gambit and Garchomp as my two that I lead. Delphox and... Man, Archaludon just cannot come to this. There's two fighting types that'll just absolutely rinse him. I think it's got to be Whimsicott. Oh, okay, Pixel, sorry. Let me finish this game, and I'll go back to the room. I'll make a room for us. See, this is why I'm saying I need to get rid of stream delay. I'm getting better at this as I go. I don't think I can modify stream delay while the stream's live, though. So yeah, let me finish this one game, and I'll make the room for us. So here it is Throat Chop and Rock Slide. Who would be coming in next? Oh, because it could be Earthquake here. It could be Protect and Earthquake, which would mean they'd probably get the Trick Room up. I don't have Protect. Okay, never mind. It is Throat Chop and Dragon Claw. It's Final Gambit. If you're going to use Final Gambit, you need to have a really good idea of what you do and don't out health. Also, out health is a weird way to describe it, but it's the best word I have. Alright, so King Gambit's guaranteed to survive, and it has Throat Chop on it now, right? So it can't Hyper Voice, and it can't Psychic me. So it's either Iron Head or Low Kick. Or, I mean, it could just be Throat Chop there as well. And then this one is Dragon Claw into the Camerupt. Because I don't have anyone I can swap in to take this. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, Dragon Claw into the Camerupt. It's going to be Helping Hand plus Eruption. This one should be done pretty quickly, Pixel. Against a team like this, you either win in the first 2 rounds or you lose in the first 2 rounds. Ugh. Yep. Basically, it comes down to, do I get his Mega low enough with this, or don't I? Ooh, he's above half still. Okay. So it's got to be Delphox here. There's 3 turns of Trick Room left. So again, I think it is Throat Chop, and it's Mega and Heat Wave. Or it's Scorching Sands, maybe? Pretty sure we survive a half HP Helping Hand Eruption. Oh. Okay, that changes things. Camera Up basically can't hurt my Delphox now. His Eruption does nothing. It's probably Belly Bolt in the background if I had to guess. So here we Moon Blast there, and we just Heat Wave. He's running Ancient Power. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I thought they removed Ancient Power from the game. I guess they just reduced its distribution. You could argue that it would have been better for me to protect on that turn, and then Heat Wave and then protect to try to run the Trick Room out, but that and then protect. And if he does something silly, we'll just lock him in with Encore. Alright, I mean, this is it, right? Like, it's Scorching Sand gets doubled to 140, whereas Psychic with Stab becomes 90 times 1.5. Not plus 1.5, come on, times 1.5 becomes 135. Yeah, I mean, Scorching Sands is my better one. I don't think this will kill him, but I think he's going to do like 40% to my Whimsicott with this. When he hits back, we might kill him. Minus special attack on the Moon Blast would be huge. Okay, nice. If he hadn't messed up that final gambit on turn 1, he might have been able to win that. Also, how are you gonna name yourself Cynthia and not have white hair? Okay, Pixel, I will go add you. Let me figure out how to do this. I'm assuming submenu and then friends. Please send a friend request. 3 3 2 1 7 3 6 1 4 2 6 1, like that. There you go. Send friend request. Yes. Okay. I sent it, but because of stream delay, you will probably get the friends request before you hear me say this. I can tell you really like normal types, Pixel. That is all 3 normal types badges. You know, I wish there was a way to just, like, mark these battle tutorials as done. The little red thing on all of them is frustrating. Alright, submenu, friends. Do that. Ah, there it is. Okay, and then I can go to you, and then I can... No. I can't battle you directly from here? Okay. Well, we're figuring this out together, eh? Battle. Private battle. Make a room ID. Double battle. Create room. Yes. Alright, Pixel. Do you see this room ID? Let's try this one. Now that you and I, neither one of us ran a game. That is 36 22 08 70. I did set it for doubles, right? Yeah, double format. Cool. Just invited you to a room. Okay, how does that work? Check for invitations? Oh, there you go. I don't know how you did that. I'm gonna figure that out later. Alright, battle. Oh. What? Yeah, let's do this one. Let's go. Alright, thinking out loud, even though Pixel's here, this might help him just hearing how someone looks at his team. When I see this, I think he's almost guaranteed to start the Whimsicott Glamora lead, or he's going to start, if he thinks I have a strong Electric-type move, with Pikachu and, what's his face over there, Gyarados. So to hedge against that, by the way, there's a full 60-second delay, so Pixel won't hear what I'm saying before he locks in. King Gambit is coming in case the Intimidate comes out, and Garchomp is coming out in case the other one comes, and that's coming, and probably this. This one doesn't really do much for us. This one doesn't really do much for us, so it's that one. Yep. Good luck, have fun. Okay, yeah, so that's a pretty smart lead. If you think I'm going to go with a lightning type move, you can swap in the Pikachu. But this way you can get up your Tailwind first. Is this Mega Gyarados? It must be. It's the only thing on your team that can Mega. In which case, Low Kick and Rock Slide won't be super effective anymore. Might just be Low Kick and Dragon Claw. It's not Mega. Are you just not running a Mega Pixel? That is really interesting. And now you just hit the take the resisted low kick. That was smart. It's Moxie, so it is Shell Bell. So I'm assuming it Megas here, but if it doesn't, you can Encore me with Whimsicott into Low Kick to make me keep hitting you with a resisted move. And then you would Waterfall my Delphox, knowing that I wouldn't Psychic it, because if you turn into a Mega and become Dark, you become immune to it. It's Tailwind, not Encore. Okay. Oh, right, I know it's not Mega. I saw the Shell Bell. I'm still trying to cope with the fact that it's not Mega. So here, it is probably in your best interest to Encore my Delphox. That would lock me into Protect. Alternatively, you could try to fake out my Delphox and hit her with Moonblast, but fire resisted. And I don't think Moonblast, even on a max special attack Whims, does very much to my King Gambit. Unless this is Flare Blitz? Helping Hands Flare Blitz? Blaze Kick? That is interesting. I would say, generally speaking, you should probably be running... Again, this is just me offering critiques. You don't have to follow any of these if you don't want to. I would say you should probably run... Flare Blitz over Blaze Kick, because Blaze Kick has a chance to miss and does less damage. And if you have Citrus Berry, you don't super care about the recoil. Also, just as a general tip, you may do this in your other games, I don't know. Just as a general tip, I find it works best if you have two Mons in the field that are both threatening in some way. For example, knowing Whimsicott's going to go for Encore, right? Because right now, this whole game, I have felt pretty free to just ignore your Whimsicott and focus down your other Mon. Is that Focus Sash? Or, no, sorry, Choice Scarf? That has to be, right? There's no way he outspeeds Mega Delphox naturally, right? 156 versus Delphox. 32 plus, and then minus. Yeah, that's Focus. Choice. That is interesting. Oh, no, it's Tailwind. I'm just dumb. Okay. Yeah, we can do best out of 3. I'm up for that. I'm sorry, did you... You're running Bright Powder on Whimsicott? Interesting. Let's Bright Powder Whimsicott, right? Because my Flash Cannon has 100% accuracy and it missed. Okay, interesting lead. That's good. You got the Intimidate on Garchomp. This is just a personal preference thing. I always am careful leading Incineroar when I know the opponent has a King Gambit, just because you don't want to give them the free competitive or Defiant, whichever it is. I think we just do that. So this is obviously a different team. I didn't have Belly Bolt last time. This is one of the ones I was playing around with trying to have just like a... Ooh! That is a good answer, because that is Lightning Rod Pikachu, right? Trying to do like a hyper offense team, but with weird mons. So the idea with this team was to get Belly Bolt next to Garchomp, and to be able to click Parabolic Charge or Discharge if I need the extra damage. This is not a fully fleshed out team, by the way. This is just one I was playing around with drafting. And then click like Rock Slide, or click Earthquake and then swap out to a like flying type Mon. this? Moonblast into the Garchomp? Ah, Encored. Okay. Sorry, it was a weird noise outside, so I went and checked the window. I'm not really feeling threatened. So I think I just wait out the Encore, maybe? Because I don't think Pikachu can really do much to Garchomp or Bellibolt. Maybe I'm wrong, but another Incineroar getting the Intimidate off again. That's good. That's a good job. I'm sorry. Did it just say Bellibolt was immune to Intimidate? Why is Bellibolt immune to Intimidate? Am I missing something? No, he's not Intimidate. Okay, I swear it just said it didn't affect Bellibolt. Huh. Oh well. Weird things happen. I must have just misread something. Oh, that freeze was huge. So, this turn shows why I don't like Shell Bell, and you may consider replacing it with something else. Shell Bell only healed you by 2%. If you had used Leftovers, you would have healed more there. Personally, I think Shell Bell is a trap item that's not good in most circumstances. Pikachu's coming in. Yep, that makes sense. Personally, I would recommend you run something that increases your damage on Gyarados instead. Because looking at your team, the Bright Powder Whimsicott. Looking at your team, the majority of your damage comes from Gyarados. Because you have a... If I can get through all these animations. You have a offensive Gyarados and an offensive, at least the ones you're bringing against me, Incineroar. And then Pikachu does decent enough damage, right? I think what your team really needs is a way to have something... oh, that's smart. I didn't see that coming. A way for Gyarados to increase its damage, other than Shell Bell. Either like a Mystic Water or a Never Melt Ice? What's the name of the item? Okay, Pikachu getting the plus special attacks is slightly concerning. But I don't think Pikachu... I still have Garchomp, right? Garchomp's not dead. So, again, I'm just spitballing the way I would think through this if I were you. You know that I have Garchomp in the back. Oops. You're going to have to find a way... Like, if Pikachu is your win condition, you need a way to deal with Garchomp with Pikachu. Right. Your win condition could be Pikachu kills everything else, and then... what's his face? Gyarados comes in and hits him with an Ice Fang. But that is predicated on you finding a way through Bellibolt. And I don't know if Pikachu gets through my Bellibolt. I will say, Pikachu is doing more damage than I expected. Here, you either have to Volt Switch into Belly Bolt Substitute, which I don't think... I mean, you're like +4 special attack. So it might break it. I mean, it depends. Maybe you have... Pikachu doesn't get an Ice move. Does he get a normal, like, Hyper Voice, maybe? Let me see what all moves Pikachu gets. Category, special, sort type power. Pikachu gets... You know, Pixel, this is a weird suggestion, but you could run Alluring Voice, which is a fairy type move. Right now, Garchomp is, I think, the #2 most used Pokemon on the meta. And if someone sees you using an electric type, you can basically guarantee they're going to swap in their Garchomp if they have it. Being able to hit with the Alluring Voice for the super effective damage could be very interesting. Alright, Belly Bolt's charged. Here comes the big boy damage. Yeah, I think I would just recommend... I don't know how to put this in words. So let me come at it from a different angle. Your team has a very solid core. Right, like Incineroar coming in, fake out, swapping out, all that stuff. Plus Lightning Rod to be able to take the lightning attacks that threaten him is a very solid core. However, I'm not feeling threatened by anything on your team. Right? Like, I don't care if the Whimsicott is on the field or not. And I didn't really care if the Pikachu was on the field or not either when I had Garchomp out. Like, you did a really good play encoring me onto a move that one of your mons is immune to and the other one resist. And I had, I mean, pretty sure you encored me into Substitute. I had 3 turns where I just couldn't do anything with one of my Mons. So you're making great opportunities for yourself, but I don't think you have anything threatening enough to actually capitalize on those opportunities you're creating. Are there any other... And I don't know what the answer is, right? Like, maybe it's a luring voice on Pikachu so that you have a coverage move. Maybe it's, like, Flare Blitz on the Incineroar so that he hits harder. I don't know. Maybe it's running it as Mega Gyarados. There's... You know, I forgot that Parabolic Charge hits my own Mana. I just killed my own Mega. This is what I mean when I say it's hard to play and think at the same time. I can't believe I just did that. I cannot believe I just did that. Oh, that was a big play in my head because I was going to bring in the Skarmory and I was going to get the Ice Fang to activate the Weak Armor to get me +2 speed so I outspeed you even though you have Tailwind, right? Like, it was supposed to be this big fancy play. I just one-shot him. Sorry, that tickled me so much it's hard for me to form sentences right now. Anyway, stopping the rambling and giving concrete advice. I would say you should move the Citrus Berry to your Gyarados, because he's a tanky Gyarados. I'm assuming that's max HP and max attack. And then I would put Flare Blitz on your Incineroar. Oh, here, we can battle one more. I'll use my third team that I have semi-cooked up, just to see how your team feels against all these different styles. Yeah, so Citrus Berry on the Gyarados instead of Shell Bell. Incineroar, if you want to play with an offensive bulky style, or yeah, an offensive Incineroar, put Flare Blitz instead of Blaze Kick. And then probably put a luring voice on the Pikachu so that you can hit Gyaradoses. And you probably want to consider putting Moonblast on your Whimsicott as well, or at least Dazzling Gleam, so that she can hit Gyaradoses as well. Sorry, not Gyaradoses, Garchomps. You know what I'm saying. Oh man, that is weird. So at least, so I have the stream pulled up, both the Twitch and the YouTube stream, and I can see they're both delayed a bit more, like they're offset from each other. The YouTube stream on my side, we just started this, like I'm picking my team for this match. So YouTube might just be doing some weird stuff in the background. If I didn't crit there, you might have lived that one. Because that was light screen, although I haven't done the math to know for a fact. Oops, the little thing I was fiddling with dropped and I don't know where it went. Also, I've got about 20 minutes and I'm going to call it. I did not appreciate before I started doing this how much mental bandwidth streaming takes. So after we finish this game, I'm going to pull up a team builder and just kind of stat out a team that I think you might, using these same mons that might do a little bit better for you. Or at least to give you some ideas, you know? Alright, so here... And then after that, I am probably going to call it for the day, because pretty sure I heard my daughter wake up downstairs. And I need to go be a responsible parent. I might use this team on stream next weekend, next Saturday when I play, because this is quite a fun way to do it. Quite a fun team. So if I take this over here, I'm going to go to damage count. Okay, now you guys can hear. You guys hear me now? Yes, you can hear me now. I've been sitting here talking this whole time to myself, and my wife just texted me that I forgot to add a microphone to this scene, so there's been no audio. I apologize for that. I'm gonna try to repeat everything that I just said. Okay. So this is how I'd recommend building your team, Pixel. Keeping those same mods if you want to still use those same ones. Let's see, 14. I would build Gyarados as a bulky sweeper with Intimidate and Citrus Berry, with Protect, Waterfall, Ice Fang, Crunch. Ice Fang kills Garchomp. Crunch, I think 2-hit kills Basculegion. Let's do this. I would keep Intimidate on him and Intimidate on Incineroar. Moxie's more of a singles battle ability. Being able to throw out Incineroar, then Parting Shot, and swap into Gyarados, you can give someone -3 attack in 2 turns, which can be very powerful. Incineroar, Fake Out, Parting Shot, Flare Blitz, Darkest Lariat. Flare Blitz has 120 power, whereas Blaze Kick only has 85. So this just hits a lot harder. Whimsicott, I think you should give Focus Sash to it. Tailwind, Encore, Helping Hand. This is the 3 that you mostly seem to be using there. Give it Moonblast instead of give it Moonblast instead of Light Screen, because you need some offense on it. And give it 32 special attack, 32 speed. I would actually play this between, now that I'm looking at it, because this makes it an absolute monster who can still do a lot of damage while still giving you Tailwind up. I'm going to recommend you put the Glamora on Glamora. What I was showing earlier is Glamora outspeeds Char Y by 1 point of speed, even if he's max speed. Power Gem guarantees killed him. Sludge Bomb guaranteed kills a lot of the fairies in the meta. And Earth Power, I think 2-shot kills Archaladon. Pikachu, this is the one I recommend you change the most. I think you need to run Fake Out, Thunder. Personally, I would run T-Bolt, but if you like Thunder, run Thunder. Alluring Voice and Grass Knot. Alluring, so if we do Pikachu, Alluring Voice. So you can see here, your Grass Knot does 80 to 90% against Basculegion, and you outspeed him, as long as they're not choiced. And then against a Garchomp, your Alluring Voice does 75%. If you get +1 from your Lightning Rod hitting, or activating, and you have a Modest Nature, you guaranteed kill Garchomp with. You might be selling me on Pikachu. I might be selling myself on Pikachu. I'm probably going to have Pikachu when I come back next week. This seems really interesting. I don't know if you actually need the Grass Knot now that I think about it, because if you set this back to Basculegion, offensive. Thunderbolt kills him anyway. So you might go to run something other than Grass Knot, but Grass Knot is good for hitting ground types. And in King Gambit, you want Defiant, you want Chople Berry probably, and Protect, Road Chop, Sucker Punch, and then you can swap this out for Iron Head. I don't know if I would do it like this. If you're running Chople Berry, this is probably how I would run it. The other option is Focus Sash, but your Focus Sash is already taken out by Whimsicott. So this is how I would recommend you build your team. And you're wanting to start Pikachu plus Gyarados, and then probably bring Glamora and King Gambit into back most games. If you think you're going to need speed control, you would instead do like Glamora plus Whimsicott with like King Gambit and Incineroar in the back. What I will say is I'm probably going to have Pikachu on my team next. In fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and just go back to this. And then if I take this over here, quit battling. Do I even have a Pikachu? I don't think I do. I have a Raichu. Raichu might be better. Because you can run Focus or Sash on him. Let's go back to the damage calc. We set this to right. Not alright. Lightning Rod. RAI. Okay, I just am dumb. I was doing that in the backwards order. Raichu. Level 50. Thunderbolt. Alluring Voice. Set this back to Garchomp. Sweeper. Go 252 here. Yeah, Pikachu does hit a lot harder than Raichu, huh? Because the Light Orb. Even if you go, like, Modest. Does he have any cool abilities? No, just Lightning Rod. Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, I think you're better off with the Pikachu. I think you had it right. Pikachu. Light Ball, Lightning Rod. You can also do, like, Protect, Thunderbolt, Alluring Voice, Fake Out. Like that. Yeah, it was super fun. It was nice talking to you. I am going to have to hop off, though, because I do hear my daughter needing attention downstairs. I will be back next Saturday at around the same time. And if I can find some time throughout the week, I might do a random Slay the Spire run at some point. It'll probably be late in the middle of the night, though. But yeah, it's been fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week.